Which audio plugin companies are you currently watching? I mean, I watch a lot of audio companies because I'm interested in developments of plugins. For instance, Soothe. That's one that I watch. Soothe and Spiff, two plugins that I constantly watch. They've just released today an update for one of the plugins. I think both of them actually. So I'm going to download those in a second. But these are companies that I watch because either I'm using their plugins a lot and I want to know when updates come out, or I want to know of good developments in that company, that they're releasing something new that's great. And companies that I do watch, one of them being Plugin Alliance. I do like to watch Plugin Alliance, mainly because as a company, what they're doing at Plugin Alliance is brilliant. It's really good. They have kind of slightly devalued the value of plugins, but this is brilliant. It is a good thing in some ways, because now everybody in the industry has access to really good quality plugins at a really affordable price. Majority of the time they're $29.99, so that's like £24 or something like that. So you can pick up plugins really, really cheap in these sales, and they are really good plugins. They are astonishingly good plugins, and often plug-in emulations of the hardware that we use, and they're good. There's not a lot wrong with them. So that's one plugin company that I watch, and it's the majority of the reasons I follow these sorts of plugin companies is because I have their plugins, so I want to know what new developments are coming out. Native Instruments, not so much for the instrument side of things, but for the Kontakt aspect of it, because we build Kontakt samplers, keeping up to date with what's new in Kontakt. That's one. The other one's iZotope. iZotope's a good one to keep my eyes on, just because I've got so many iZotope plugins that especially RX8, RX9 rather. The RX series, basically, I use that a lot. That is a very, very good tool, and any update that they come out with, it's literally straight away. Like if RX10 come out, the next day straight away it's bought, paid for, just because it's such an essential tool. So any further developments on that piece of software, I'm going to update to. I generally keep up to date with the plugin companies that I like. I keep up to date with them on Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias, and then obviously sign up to their email mail out. Keeping up to date with companies that, if you're using plugins, keeping up to date with those developers' updates via social media or email list is important. And it is important because they do have free updates on a regular basis. There are lots of free updates that come out, and they're good updates, and especially things like the Soothe and Spiff. They have M1 native update. That's what the update is now. So that's one that's going to be highly beneficial to me using an M1. So yeah, I mean, I can't think, who else do I really follow? Cinematic Rooms by Liquid Sonics. I follow their updates. UAD, that's another one. Always follow UAD. Although the thing with UAD is, I'll be honest with you, since Plugin Alliance really started kind of taking over, UAD really have to release something good for me to go over there and buy it, and it has to be highly unique, because majority of it is now covered by Plugin Alliance. And if you're on a Plugin Alliance subscription, you don't need the UAD version if you've got the native version, especially for the fact that you've got really powerful M1 Mac Studios now, which they can run the Plugin Alliance plugins ridiculously well. So much so that you don't need UAD chips. You don't need them anymore. They're kind of they're quite old in the grand scheme of things, that it's not 100% necessary to have these UAD chips. So UAD really have to put something great out going forward for me to go over there and buy something, because you are paying top dollar for UAD plugins, whereas Plugin Alliance plugins are, technically speaking, the exact same code. They're just native, which opens it up to a larger platform. They're a lot cheaper as well. They're $29 the majority of the time, whereas UAD plugins, if you're paying outside of a sale, they're 200 plus. Other plugins that I follow, I think that's, off the top of my head, they're the main ones. So yeah, like I say, if you are following plugin companies, follow them for the purpose of updates. Follow them for the purpose of that you actually, take something from what they're posting out. Yeah, and if you've got products that you use constantly, follow these companies on social media or on their mailing list, and just keep a general eye on them, because they are going to release updates at some point. Avid as well, that's another one that I follow, just simply because obviously using Pro Tools, the updates come thick and fast, albeit not the best of updates that come out. It's very drip fed, but updates nonetheless. And even if they're compatibility updates and bug fixes, they're always good to update. So that's why I follow the companies that I do. It's because updates to plugins, being in the know of new features that are coming out, things like that. But yeah, that's my, I guess, list of plugin companies and why I actually follow these plugin companies.